Welcome to AusIMM's webinar series, In Conversation With. I'm Brigid Meney, Senior Advisor, Media and Policy at the AusIMM. Last time we spoke to you, we were on the ground in Canberra talking all things Minerals Week. This time, it's a little bit of a different format. Joining us from their homes are CEO of the AusIMM, Stephen Durkin, and Dave Clark, the President of the AusIMM. Thank you for joining me. Quite a different format this time, Stephen.
Thanks, Bridget. Yeah, different place. Same concept though. In Conversation With for us is our attempt to really communicate and engage with our membership and share with everyone some of the things that are happening at the AusIMM at the moment.
Dave, there have been some obvious challenges for people in the mining industry this year, but the industry, all things considered, remains quite strong, doesn't it?
Despite those obvious challenges, the strength of the mining industry is really clear. From the front end of the value chain in terms of exploration activities, spending's at an 8 to 10 year high, and we expect that earnings are forecast to remain really strong. Of course, at the moment, we're experiencing some real volatility though, downward trends in certain commodities. But for me, that highlights the importance and the opportunities around drawing on some fantastic and new technology and innovative ideas from our resources professionals.
Yeah, there's no doubt that if we were running this country as a business, that the mining industry would be the crown jewel of our business. The contribution of the industry in an economic sense continues to grow. Now well over 10% in terms of contribution to GDP. Employing more people than ever before. Employment in the industry continues to go from strength to strength. The industry now employs by mining companies and through the met sector well over 1 million Australians in full-time equivalent jobs. So 1 in 10 Australians are employed by or through the industry. And there's some really great examples or pockets of significant growth opportunities. Just one example would be that the global market for lithium is forecast to be about by the year 2030 to be around about $400 billion. You can see there's some really great opportunities ahead.
So the industry is reliable, there's a growth trajectory. How is the AusIMM growing to accommodate this expanding industry?
Well, our primary focus is on supporting our members. We're really passionate about the idea of us bringing together a community of our membership, because we feel that it's the professionals are going to shape the future of our industry and position Australia as being having the best industry in the world in terms of our mining industry. So our primary focus is on delivering high quality professional development through to our members and increasingly a broader marketplace. And we're really pleased to report that the retention rate of those members, often long-standing members, staying with and supporting the organisation is higher than it's ever been before. And the number of new members joining the organisation is really, really strong.
And I think you've touched on a really important point there, Stephen, and around this growth story is the very pleasing sort of trend around continuing to diversify technical training and professional development opportunities beyond, although complementing, our traditional disciplines as well.
I'd like to hear what your priorities or what the AusIMM's priorities have been. And I might start with you, Dave. What are the AusIMM's priorities at the moment for the membership and for professionals in the sector?
There's a handful of key things that are a priority for us at the moment, and this reflects AusIMM more broadly and certainly from a board perspective. But the high quality professional development is our absolute top priority, and hopefully people have seen evidence of that, and we're achieving a lot of good things in that space. What I've been really pleased with in recent times is the collaboration with the communities of interest, with the expanded sort of membership engagement that goes from those younger professionals right through to the more experienced, and to provide some really good support for our volunteer office bearers. And Stephen and I just recently had an update to our community of interest leaders as well, and some really good ideas there too. And I think that stimulated some great discussion and triggered some thoughts around other things that we continue to do to support our members.
As Dave said, for us, our flagship strategy is what we internally call our content strategy, which is no more complicated than us delivering high quality professional development through to our membership and increasingly a broader marketplace. Examples of that content include our conferences, and pleased to share that support for our conferences remains at an all-time high. We have had over 800 people complete our courses this year alone. That figure's double what it was last year. The average completion rate, by the way, of those courses is over 80%, which from an industry benchmarking point of view is really high. And the average satisfaction score of people that go through those courses is over 90%. So they're high quality courses. And then, of course, the work we do, particularly with our COIs and our branches, our technical talks, we've delivered 148 technical talks to date. Increasingly, all of this content is both in an online and hybrid format to make sure that members, wherever they are, wherever they're working, can access that, whether that be in person or online or a combination therein.
Both touched on this engagement with the professional community and COIs. How is the AusIMM continuing to engage that professional community and our communities of interest in these local and global topics of interest for mining professionals?
One of the key areas of focus for us is from an internal staffing point of view, changing our model such that Miriam Way, who will be known to many of our members, is now in a more focused role, purely supporting, guiding, and working in partnership with our various COIs and committees and branches. And that team we have deliberately expanded in recent times, including putting someone in focused entirely on the young professionals marketplace to work with those branches to better support the next generation of professionals coming through. And then there are another good example of the way that we're working in new and different ways with our branches, as an example, is through our Trusted Voice Ambassador program. Another example that I might ask Dave to expand on is the work that we've done in the development of our inaugural Reconciliation Action Plan that we're really proud of.
Thanks, Stephen. I think that's been a huge achievement, and very sort of proud of what the broader team has been able to achieve around our reconciliation plan, or our RAP. And, that's some really important sort of commitments and actions that we've included within that, but some great engagement through our communities of interest and societies in contributing to that. And I know for mine, having made some introductory sort of comments as part of that document, it really provides a great chance to sort of reflect and think about a lot of good things that are happening in this area, but so many opportunities and some of the challenges and how we can make a difference.
And I will note that anyone can get involved in our advocacy and policy initiatives at the AusIMM, and they can do so by visiting www.ausimm.com/advocacy. Thanks for speaking from your homes today, Steve and Dave. It's been absolutely wonderful to chat to you. You must be very proud of the industry, of the AusIMM, of our professionals that we represent.
Our industry is a very resilient industry, and I think that's been the key to our success. It's an industry that's over a long period of time, withstood cyclones and hurricanes and earthquakes and floods. And we've clearly, again, shown that this industry is very resilient. We passionately believe the key to continuing to unlock the value of our industry in an economic sense, and really to support our global standing as being the best in the world at what we do, is our global community of mining professionals. That's the group that we so proudly represent in terms of our membership.
I think you've summed it up beautifully there, Stephen. What I will say is, the industry has proven to be so resilient. The people have been incredibly adaptable and resilient, during this pandemic as well. So it's Brigid, you're right. We do feel very proud of AusIMM's role and the way in which we're representing the global community of mining professionals as well. So thank you.
Well, let's hope there's no more natural disasters on the cards for 2021 at least. Thank you for joining me. Everyone can get involved in AusIMM initiatives by visiting www.ausimm.com.